Hi guys, welcome back to the program. My name's RM Brown, founder of E-Bombs World.
Enough with this stupid god bullshit.
Let's get on to the most important news story of the crap, which is that people are really pissed off. There's a lot of people on YouTube, very popular people who get a lot of millions of views. They're very pissed off. They're very pissed off and worked up about this crap that's going on where one of the former presidents of the United States is having some kind of a problem or something. I don't really know.
We get to experience it with you. This is one of those days that you are going to remember for the rest of your life. This is one of those days that you are going to be telling your children about, your grandchildren about. This is a line that has been crossed.
Oh, boy.
President Trump released a statement that federal agents raided the estate at Mar-a-Lago. Now, we have some new information. And then I also think there's some context that's important here that a lot of other people are going to probably miss. And then I found myself at the crossroads of, if you have children, by the way, they shouldn't be watching the show today.
Oh!
At the crossroads of, I don't care and you.
Whoa!
I am having trouble doing the show.
Whoa! This guy means business. This guy means business, and he's open for business, that's for sure. Class is in session right now, and if you're and the bell to class has rung and you're late to class,
everyone in the United States, and if the left understood what this meant, they would all be scared too. Because this goes both ways, and for the first time that I've advocated on the show, it should go both ways.
So guys, I don't usually agree with people like Steve Crowder here, but I think we do need to acknowledge the gravitas of this situation here.
If you're stopped behind me at a red light,
You're going to see the back of my truck, okay? The truck that I use to transport the products that I purchase from Best Buy, Target, all this crap. You're going to notice a few things, okay? Punisher skull sticker, okay? That American flag sticker with the blue stripe or whatever. You are going to notice these stickers because I support our officers.
I support our local officers, okay?
If you're driving around my town with your tags, something wrong with your tags on your car or whatever, or if, for example, you're a homeless person or something, you are in trouble. You're going to get the full weight of the big boys in blue, okay? But what kind of country? What kind of a country is this where famous people have to deal with that too? This is not the America that I prefer. This is not the country that my grandfather fought in the war to defend, okay? The Iraq War he was in.
Today is a day that we all have the right.
Yes.
To be pissed off, to yell, to scream.
Well, I do that anyway, so. So the other thing that these kind of media guys are saying is they're like, this is going to be the beginning of the Civil War, bro. This is going to be the beginning of the Civil War, bro. It sounds like this. Where is it? They're going to be in the trenches doing this. This is the beginning of the Civil War, and I think this would be the funniest. It's the stupidest. It's the stupidest start to a civil war, so it's probably true. An ex-president getting his golfing delayed by about 90 minutes because the FBI came into his Palm Beach, came into his resort/house or whatever that thing is. Some guy in Alabama is like, I know my kid's school is in an abandoned Wendy's, and the teacher is a raccoon. But they gone too far this time. I'm going to take up arms. Because the FBI went into the house, a house built, this is true actually, a house built by a serial heiress.
I'm ready to die to defend that.
And any Republican and any host, anyone who claims to put on our team jersey.
Huh? Who?
And doesn't actively advocate for the dismantling.
Whoa!
Dismembering.
Oh!
Complete restructuring, if at all.
Whoa!
Of all of our intelligence agencies. There is a special place in hell for people like you. It's one thing.
Abolish the police.
To wear the jersey of evil. It's another to try and link arms with us and then turn on us.
Oh boy.
You can French kiss the guy next to you, yelling abolish the police.
We've always wanted to think that there's someone who knows what they're talking about in media. People used to think like Walter Cronkite. No, It was always horse shit.
Whoa!
They're not giving you news that you need to know. They are always selecting news that they want you to hear.
Exactly.
That's what they do. That's their...
We need to bring back people who tell the truth, who know what they're talking. People who A, know what they're talking about, and B, tell the truth, okay?
We have America's mayor coming up here. We have Rudy Giuliani on the line. Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. Rudy.
All right, there you are, Mr. Giuliani. How do you prefer to be referred to, Mr. Giuliani? You prefer mayor?
Jujubee.
Rudy.
Also, this, if anybody's thinking about starting, like a podcast or some kind of a YouTube channel, check out Rudy, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get the absolute worst webcam you can find, and then don't plug... And then have a microphone. Have an external microphone so you could get good sound, but then don't plug it in.
It's the first time any president has ever done that.
Right.
I mean, even when Trump was confronted with...
So you're getting audio from the webcam despite the visual of the microphone pointed at your face. Okay, this is unrelated, but I just had to point this out. I saw this in the suggestions. This past weekend with Theo Vaughn's a comedian. And he has Joe Rogan. On 673,000 views in 21 hours. Wow. And Joe Rogan revealed something very fascinating in this interview, which is that,
Generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
wow. Is that true? Does he have sources to back that up?
I want you to be able to reference this episode.
Yes, I will.
Whenever you say, hold on, what was it the FBI was doing? Whose houses did they raid? What warrants did they not serve?
Here we go.
I'm doing my best to include all of that here today for you. But let me read a statement here from President Trump. It says, these are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege, raided, occupied by a large group of FBI agents.
My beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago.
He seemed like he was almost going to cry reading this, because this is pretty emotional stuff. But I think we can take something good from this, which is I'm going to start using that. I'm going to start using that when I get in trouble with the police. These are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege. Let's all start saying that, My beautiful 2005 Honda Civic was raided under siege by police officers who said they smelt marijuana. Today is a dark time for our country. My beautiful 1998 Mitsubishi Eclipse was raided and violated and desecrated by the police, who pulled my little ass over because one of the windows is a taped-on garbage bag. My beautiful Kia Sportage was violated today. I had an IKEA Kallax bookshelf hanging out of the window because it wouldn't fit.
This is an insane thing. It is just an insane thing. So here is the bottom line here. The FBI is not trusted by many, many Americans. I mean, a majority of Republicans do not trust the FBI, according to polling data. A majority of independents do not trust the FBI.
So this guy. He's a newsman, Ben Shapiro. And he did this video in this weird, he did this video in this way where it's just graphics. You don't see him. And I don't know why, but I think he might have done this because he thought he didn't look cute. But you look fine, man. I think you're a good looking guy. Don't do this, I thought that was kind of interesting. He goes up.
Most people don't have any faith in the FBI. Most people don't have faith in the FBI.
I thought that was interesting because I was like, dude, what do people think about the FBI? Also, where did he get that information? Like, what poll did he get that from? And I was looking around and I found some polls on like what Americans think of American institutions, and it's way more interesting, actually. So this is a Pew Research poll from 2019. 90% of people in the United States have a favorable view of the 90% have a favorable view of the post office. 90%. By the way, that's something that like Ben Shapiro and the kind of people who he supports are like desperately trying to get rid of. 90% of the people like it. 86% the National Park Service, another thing that Ben Shapiro would probably like to burn to the ground. NASA, 81%. The CDC, 80%. That probably has gone down now because of that Chinese transgender Dr. Fauci coronavirus. The FBI is actually where it starts to go down a little bit, but 70% of the people polled have a favorable view of the FBI. This is where it gets real weird, though. And where I'm like, who did you poll? 65% have a favorable view of the CIA. So most people in America, this is what's going on in their minds. I really like that I can deliver a package for pretty inexpensively, very quickly, anywhere in the country and, internationally or whatever. I also like to see a village of children burnt down every once in a while on behalf of American corporations. In 2019, the one that seemed to be the least popular of these institutions, take a wild guess. That's right, ICE. ICE.
That's the one I like the most.
But don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends.
Yep.
Let's read this story and dive into the
This is what I'm going to do to that like button.
Let's read this story and dive into the Epstein-linked judge who signed off on the warrant against Trump.
Whoa!
The New York Post reports,
Okay.
judge who approved FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago once linked to Jeffrey Epstein.
Whoa, boy.
I'm going to read this for you.
Uh-oh.
And then we'll dive a little deeper.
So this is the other thing these guys are talking about. Steven Crowder's talking about this too, that the judge who okayed this as Epstein is connected to Epstein, which I absolutely don't doubt because all these people are
perverts. It means these people are perverts. It means these people are perverts.
This guy's part of, Trump, MAGA, YouTube. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a tough narrative. There were a bunch of stories that came out late last year where they were like, hey, you know how they were like, oh, Trump was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane a couple times. Well, it turns out he was on much more. There's a bunch of other times we found that he was on there. Also, the video where he's literally pointing at girls for Jeffrey Epstein. He's like, hey Jeffrey, my bro, look. So this is a tough one. This is a tough one. But then I remember, they don't care. The people watching this don't care. They don't care. You idiot with a beanie, they think. Just get to the part where you call the people we don't like pedophiles, please. To the pedophile section, please, sir.
Let's play a game of hypotheticals.
Ooh.
Could Donald Trump have seen classified documents related to Epstein?
Oh my God. I gotta say, right off the bat, I love this attitude. I love this vibe.
Could it be? Ladies and gentlemen, imagine for a moment, if you will, a man with a tiny resolution webcam. We're about to enter the Twilight Zone.
Could Donald Trump have seen classified documents
Yes.
related to Epstein and potential government involvement or malfeasance? Could Donald Trump have wanted to have leverage
Absolutely.
as he left the White House?
Bye-bye.
Could it perhaps be the guy that I know you guys like, that I make money off of you guys, saying things about the guy that I know you guys like? Could it be that guy is a hero? The ultimate hero? Who's to say? I mean, it's true, man, but who's to say? It is true. This is actually called doing a departed, quote unquote, doing a departed, where you inhabit the role of whatever crap to bust people's asses. Okay? So when this guy Trump was, flying around on the Lolita Express, all this, he was gathering information. He was like, he said this to himself in his head because he couldn't break character. He goes, number one, I don't like what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing here is wrong. And number two, I'm going to put a stop to this. Just 6 or 7 or 18 or whatever more flights to gather as much info as I can on this wrongdoing, and then it's over. I mean, it's funny because Tim Pool's just sort of speculating, he's just kind of making up a story or whatever that he thinks his audience is gonna. But it's funny, what's totally equally plausible as the story that Tim Pool's coming up with, is that Trump found maybe an investigation that involves himself. with the Epstein stuff. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, bro. This one's going to take some creativity, so I'm glad to see Tim Pool pushing himself this way. This is sort of funny. Tim Pool starts reading an article and listen to the voice that he's doing while he's reading this article.
2007, as federal prosecutors in South Florida were in the midst of tense negotiations to finalize a plea deal with accused trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, a senior prosecutor in the office was quietly laying out plans to leave the U.S. Attorney's Office after 11 years.
What's happening? What's going on there? Why is he going into
quietly laying out plans?
Yeah, I guess he's just having a good time here, but he's going into I'm going to tie you to the railroad track, like the voice that Conan O'Brien does all the time, for absolutely no reason. He's reading a Miami Herald article about how a guy had connections to a pervert sex trafficker. Might not be the time, but I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to have a good time. I don't know. I guess you got to start entertaining yourself when you dump out a video every day like this.
That Jeffrey Epstein had blackmail on many world.
Oh,
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual.
Pack in as many ads as possible.
That Jeffrey Epstein had blackmail on many world leaders.
Whoa.
Which could explain his immunity and protection. Until Donald Trump.
Oh.
Right?
Whoa.
Right. Many people point out that Donald Trump was seen with Epstein and things like that. But Donald Trump also heavily disparaged Epstein.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, I want to revise that story from earlier. When Trump was on the Lolita Express, time after time, a bunch, whatever, a whole bunch of times, and now they're finding new times. He actually was on there and he was saying, what you're doing is wrong, bro. You need to stop. That's why he was on there. He's like, I'm not getting off this plane until you stop. And I'm going to keep taking rides on this plane until you stop. I mean, there are reports that Trump brought with him on some of those Lolita Express trips, like a scared straight officer, like a jail guard or whatever. They usually scare teens. Trump brought one of those on the plane, and he was yelling at Epstein, you need to stop, man. You're going to ruin your life. You're going to ruin your future. You're not going to get into college if you keep doing this.
But maybe, if we speculate.
Oh, yeah.
The reason they don't like Trump is because they don't have anything on him.
Ooh.
And they didn't. And that's why they struggled to control him.
Now, guys, I don't want to pander to you, Mimas and Peepaws who watch this. I don't want to pander to you. But what if this guy, now just stick with me. We're just kind of doing a little mind experiment here. What if he's the ultimate hero?
It's reported that they recovered documents from Trump's house.
Okay.
Did Trump make copies? Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. How would they know if he did or didn't?
This little attitude is absolutely going to make me... I'm going to punch a hole through the wall. This is annoying me so bad.
How would they know if he did or didn't?
But this little section is great right here, where Tim Pool does this Chris Nolan reveal at the end, where he's like,
what if Trump made copies of the documents that they're trying to take back?
Like it's a 90s movie or something, where it's like, the FBI's taking it out. And then they're taking all these boxes out. And then Trump's got a look on his face, and the FBI's like, why is he being so cool about this? We're taking away all the evidence that he's going to bust everybody's little ass. He's going to nail everybody's little butt with this. And then as they put the final box into the truck, the FBI truck that says really big on the side, FBI on it, they turn around. They're like, okay, bye, Trump. And then he's like,
take a look at this.
And it's copies of the documents.
So could it be that Trump is actually the baddie? And that was all part of his plan? And maybe, no, that makes no sense. Or could this be...
What? Well, since we're coming up with theories on what's going on here, I have a theory of my own that's based in thought, okay? My theory is that Trump has classified info on Malcolm Gladwell, frequenter of Jeffrey Epstein's, and Trump doesn't just have Epstein info on Malcolm, on the Malkster, I call him, but Trump has info that there actually are not outliers, and there is no tipping point, and he was wrong about blinking. And actually, all those books, when you put them together, all the Malcolms, all the Malks, when you put them together, there's a satanic element to them. And Trump found out about it because of the documents. So it's a real S show because the Malkster is beyond smart. That's how he wrote those books, okay? So we're basically in a Stephen King's The Stand situation on this one, and there's no way out but through. Okay, one quick, totally unrelated thing here. This is from another video that I found while I was watching these Tim Pool videos, and I found something kind of odd and interesting. Check this out.
The reason why I think this is relevant. This affects how we get viewed on Facebook if you share one of our articles. This is how the Cathedral operates.
The Cathedral operates.
As I stated, this is what the institution, the Cathedral, uses. It's funded by, I believe, Microsoft.
So if you don't know what that is, he says the Cathedral twice. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. I'm not going to go into some long explanation. But I will say this. Is Peter Thiel funding every podcast now? If I open my palm to Peter Thiel, hey, Peter Thiel, you want me to say, yeah, you should be the dictator. You should be the little goose-stepping, little annoying little dictator of the United States. Will he give me a couple mil?
Which, by the way, you'll notice they didn't allow anybody on the Trump side into Mar-a-Lago. So we have no idea whether or not they planted evidence.
Yes,
Whoa.
That's exactly right. And Newt, I have a couple thoughts. Number one,
Newt,
I wish I trusted our law enforcement. You need some form of law enforcement to.
Whoa, bro.
Abolish the police. Abolish the police. You can French kiss the guy next to you, yelling abolish the police.
I wish I trusted our law enforcement.
Jesus,
you need
Charlie.
some form of law enforcement to have a civil society.
Charlie.
But I'm right with you. I say, oh, they're planting evidence.
Oh.
How disappointing of a place we are in our country.
Desecrating our law enforcement, okay? This is kind of personal to me because my uncle is law enforcement. He's a security guard at a high school, and the bravery that he exhibits every day, you know, he goes through their bags and he's like, you know, he'll take a sandwich every once in a while. He'll go through their lockers. Is there any money in here? He'll say. And he could get caught doing that. But the bravery, it's just really sad that they hate the country and they want to see it destroyed, you know, to the core. They want to see it destroyed to the core of the earth. So, yeah, I guess in conclusion, these people hate the police, okay? They don't support the troops. They think 9/11 was good, okay? Like Malcolm Gladwell wrote about in The Tipping Point.
So there we go, guys. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, it's among
the worst days of the week. It's among them. It's in there, okay? But we're about to reach a tipping point in the week, okay? A great author once wrote about this, where it becomes the end of the week, and that's much better for us. You know, that's just, we believe that to be just works better for me and us, okay? So have a good day, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Love you very much, and bye-bye.
That's on YouTube.
This is something I have a lot of problems with.
Weird. Disgusting.
Toilets. You're a moron.
Wipe your ass with them.
And it makes me cry to even look at them.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Disgusting and probably illegal.
Make pee-pee